People, welcome back. Couple of tool reviews today, nothing major, just a short video just to fill some time while I'm waiting for the CB parts to come back. Bought some stuff, quick reviews, nothing in too detailed. Magnetic tray, that'll be number one. Number two will be the impact driver, Halfords Advanced. Halfords Advanced circuit tester. And Halfords Advanced extension bars 1/4 inch. Nothing fancy, just going to show you them, give you my opinion and go from there. Stay tuned. Halfords Advanced magnetic tray. I paid, I think it was £7 for this in my local Halfords. Basically what you get, metal tray, 2 magnets on the bottom, stuck to the tray. So basically, when you're working on your bike or your car, you check your nuts, your bolts, whatever you got, onto the tray, sticks to it, 2 magnets, job done. So you won't lose your bolts or your nuts. If I show you on the bin, this is a magnetic bin, sorry, a metal bin, sticks to the bin, socket stick to it. That's it. That's all it does, as it says on the tin. Magnetic tray, keeping your nuts and your bolts and everything that you take off safe. Can't fall out, can't fall away. Job done. I've got a couple of these trays. They're a nice big size, so you can get bigger parts, bigger bolts in them. And also what I like as well, they'll actually hold a socket wrench as well, 1/4 and 3/4 inch, so handy. That's part one. I'll move over to the next item and we'll carry on. Next up, we've got the Halfords Advanced extension bars for 1/4 inch socket, and this is the 150mm bar, the 6 inch, and the 100mm bar. Now when I bought my advanced socket set, it came with a 50mm extension bar for the 1/4 inch, which, okay, it's extension bar, but it's tiny. It's not going to do anything. And I found it a little bit small, so I think this pack was £7. And again, the beauty is with the Halfords Advanced tools, if you keep the receipt, they guarantee the tools for life. If you abuse the tools, they won't replace them. If you look after your tools and they fail for any reason, they will replace them free of charge with a like for like. Basically, these are just extension bars. There you are. Focus. The knurling is quite deep, quite grippy. Chrome vanadium. You've got, where are you? There you are. Focus. The end is a slight wobble bar. What do I mean by wobble bar? If I put a socket on, if you see the socket has got a slight wobble to it. It's not as much as a full wobble bar. Full wobble bar will give you about 4 or 5 mil each way. But there is a slight movement. It's not locked in this square. So if you have got a tight area to get into, you can wobble a little bit. But basically you put this on the end of your drive. I'm not telling you to suck eggs. You know what it is. You know what they do. Build quality really good. I've always used Halfords tools. I've had no problem with them. They've always replaced if they've ever broken, which I don't think. I think only one socket at 19mm ever snapped and they replaced it straight away. So, but yeah, 6 inches of focus. 6 inch is a good length extension, and obviously if you need a greater distance, then just put them all together. Then you've got an uber long extension. So there you are, Halfords advanced extension bars, 4-inch, 6-inch, 150, 100mm, 150. Move on to the next one. Next up, here we go, next one, Halfords advanced again, impact driver. Again, because it's the advanced, it comes with a lifetime guarantee. If it ever breaks, as long as it's not abused, you've got the original receipt. They'll replace with a brand new like for like. My old impact driver decided to die. It wasn't a Halfords, so I think this one cost me £15. Again, why I paid the extra money to go with the £15 was because of the lifetime guarantee. Comes in a nice metal sturdy case. You've got the body itself of the impact driver. You've got Allen head, slot head, Phillips, posi, and one in the actual driver itself. So you've got an assortment of 13 bits that come with the driver. The end of the driver actually snaps off as well, but I'll have to put you on the tripod to do this. It's a two-hander, so bear with me. Right, so the end of the driver itself pulls off. And you're left then with a 1/2-inch socket head. So you can put 1/2-inch sockets onto the driver as well. But basically what these would be used for is if you've got a seized screw or Allen bolt or nut that you can't get undone with a socket or a screwdriver, then you use the impact driver. On the body you've got left and right, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and a little arrow underneath to set which one you want. Push the body in and turn. See your swaps? There you are. And basically what you do is you'd set that to loosen, lefty loosen. You'd fit it onto your screw or your nut, and you'd hold it in the direction that you want it to spin. So obviously if I wanted this screw to undo, I would want to be going anti-clockwise, left. So I would put pressure left, and I would get a hammer, bunk, hit the driver. But because the driver is sprung, and you've already put force in the direction you want to turn, the spring then jolts a quarter of a turn. So obviously, as you hit, you've already got pressure on. As you drive that down, you're turning the end of that a quarter of a turn. So if the screw or the nut is seized, it's going to crack it. That's all it needs, a quarter of a turn to crack off, then you can undo as normal. Good bit of kit, gotta be honest. They do take a pounding, but they'll get you out of trouble. If you've got a seized screw, Allen head bolt or nut, and you can't get it undone any other way, you know you've got that in your toolbox ready and waiting. Good investment, and it really does feel solid. There's a nice bit of weight to this. It looks well made. Again, the knurling is nice and deep. The bits, I don't know if they're going to stand up. We'll have to see, but you can buy replacement bits anyway. I don't think these would be covered with a lifetime warranty, just for the abuse that they would take from the impact of the thing itself. But yeah, again, overall, a nice quality feel to the tool. So I'll put this away and we'll get the last item to have a quick stank at, and we go from there. Stay tuned. Lastly, a Halfords, again, Halfords Advanced Professional Circuit Tester. Now you'd use this to test wiring on your bike, wiring in the car. I'll set up a little battery for you to see how I would use it. But basically, you've got what looks like a screwdriver but with a pointed end. Can you get in on that? That's really sharp point. There's a bulb fitted inside. Then you've got a trailing wire. The wire is about 1.5 meters, and at the end of the wire you've got a little spring crocodile clip. So I'll get this set up with a battery and a piece of wire, and I'll show you then what you could use this for and how it'll be handy. Alright, I got just an old bike battery here now, and I just put a piece of wire just onto the live side. So if we pretend that this is in the wiring loom of your bike, obviously there'd be a lot more bundle of wires. You take your clip on the end of your tester, and you either put this somewhere on the bike that you know is going to be a good earth, like onto a bolt or the frame, or if you've got enough lead and it'll reach, straight onto the earth side, the negative side of the battery. And then what happens, every time you touch this to something positive that should have power running through it, the light lights up. It's as simple as that. So just for say for example now, you can't get your headlight on the bike to work. So you've looked at the manual, and in the manual it says that the blue wire in the wiring loom is the headlight. So you've traced the blue wire, you've found the end of the blue wire, you've got your one end of your tester on a earth, whether it's on the earth of the battery or, like I said, the earth strap of the bike or a bolt on the bike that you know is earth. You take your probe and you touch the wire. Simple as that, and you can see it light up. Now, I know you can use an electrical tester to test if you got continuity in that wire, but this is handy because there may not be enough voltage running through the wire to light your headlight. It'll show you've got continuity, but there's no break in the wire, but you may not have the full amount of voltage you need running through that wire, yet it'll still show continuity, telling you the wire's good. I like this tester probe because you have to physically light the bulb, so that shows me that there's a good bit of voltage going through the light. Again, because it's really sharp on the end, if you haven't got an open end on your wire, say this is connected in, we'll pretend into the headlight, hardwired, and you've got 3 or 4 different places along your wiring loom that this joins into maybe another wire. Let me just put it back in the battery, like that. So you wouldn't go stripping this out your headlights. What you can do, because this is sharp, is you can push this through the outer, can you see what I'm doing if I do it that way? Through the outer cover of the wire. It's a bit tricky to do and show you, can you see? See? And I'm only leaving a minute hole in that outer casing. So I then can work my way along the wire, testing at various areas to show there's power going through the entire wire. Same as continuity, I know, but this way shows that you've actually got voltage running through, not just no break in the wire. I can go as many times as I want along that wire, showing that I'm getting good voltage. You can also use this on your car. I do not use this on a house circuit. You'll kill yourself. Don't be a dick. But for a tester, for motorbikes, for cars, to check if you're getting voltage. Now obviously if that's your headlight wire, you're not going to get any power through that unless you switch the headlight on. So don't be a monkey and say, oh yeah, but Doc, it doesn't work, because when I put my onto my headlight switch and I didn't have the headlight switched on, I had no power. If you're going to test your headlight, have the headlight switched on. Make sure your battery is full. If you're going to test your indicators, put the indicator on that the wire you're trying to test is for, left or right, whatever colour wire that is. Same with your brake light. If you've got no brake light and the bulb is good, put your foot on the foot brake or your hand, pull in a handbrake, test the wire. It's as easy as that. Like I said, this can be clipped anywhere. Focus. This can be clipped anywhere that you're going to get a good earth. Ideally straight back to the battery earth, or the earth lead from the battery onto the frame, or somewhere on the frame that you've got a little bit of bare metal. Even if you scratch a nut off, clip him on, good to go. Well, that's it. That's just a few little tools that I've picked up in the last month or so. Like I say, I'm waiting for the gasket to come back for the CB, so hopefully the next few days we should be jumping back onto the project. Thanks for watching. It's not a how-to with the tools, it's just what I think is good value for money. Oh, sorry, by the way, this cost me £10 from Halford. Again, it's an advanced. Apart from the bulb, which is disposable because it will burn out at some point, everything else they will replace free of charge because it's the advanced tools. So I hope it helps. Stick around and we'll see you soon for the next episode of the Honda CB400T as we start to rebuild the engine. Thank you, by the way, for all your comments, good and bad. Let's get this done. Stay safe, people. Ride well and be happy. See you in the next one.